Hey, Comfy Couch crew! Welcome to Nikki's Comfy Couch. I'm Nikki, the host of this show. I'm a certified life coach, crisis counselor, and I'm showing you and giving you tips how I went from being the lowest paid in a position to being a senior six-figure earner in a marketing position. So today, this discussion is about going where you can grow. It is very important for you to be successful, for you to have a growth mindset. You always have to have the mindset of learning. Sometimes throughout my journey, it really didn't make sense. I didn't really understand when I was learning these different things, when eventually I would need to use it in life. But as you'll see, as I'm going to tell my story in a bit, you'll see how everything fell into place. So I'm encouraging you, wherever you are right now in your career, that you aspire to be learning. And if you're at a point where you're pretty much maxed out, you've learned everything, maybe it's time to move on to somewhere else or learn to move on to another position. So in my journey, I started off kind of as a customer service type position, right? And I was taking orders that were coming in and I'm helping clients start their business, right? So we had a CRM, a customer relations management system. So essentially it's a system that has all the different clients' information, right? So it would tell you what orders they placed, when you needed to communicate with them. It kept just track of all the different customers that we had. So when I moved back to Florida and I needed a job, this job came up and that was one of the things they asked for. They were like, hey, have you ever dealt with a CRM before? And I'm like, yes, I absolutely have. And I told them about the one that I used, and that's how I was able to get that job. Fast forward, I got another job in the business field, helping businesses, and they had a position where we had my manager was there and she actually left. Okay, so just when I got hired, she left within a couple months of that. And I stepped up. I was like, hey, I'll fill in for her role. I'll do the different reports that she was doing and all these different things. And I didn't mind that I wasn't getting paid extra for it because I knew, again, the value of learning. You see, when you're in an organization and you learn so many different facets of it, you become so invaluable to the organization because people can call on you for different, pieces here and there. And once they know that you're the go-to person, it makes you really valuable in the organization. So I started doing all these, again, different reports and such. And because I had experience analyzing data so much in college, creating a million spreadsheets, I was able, to do that in this role. I just learned so many different parts of the position that I was now able to start a brand new section, a brand new program in our office that they were starting out. And I was able to get that position because I'd known so much about the program, been so involved with everything that I was able to be the main person to spearhead this new section that they had coming out. So again, I used all my skills from that previous position to now being able to be the lead person initiating this new project. Because I had learned so much, again, in this space, another position came up. And now it was going to be more on the creative marketing side, right? Because I had did so much of the groundwork and I knew who the clients were, what they were interested in, how to speak to them, where to find the information. And I have my creative side, so I was able to now move over to that. And from there, I was able to now be in the senior position when it came out. I had all of the skill sets needed. So now in my current position, if someone comes to me that needs something to represent data in a way, I've got the technical, the analytical side where I can create the information in a spreadsheet, highlight the things that they really want to speak to, and even create something graphically or like an infographic, something visually pleasing to display the information. So now it's like, not only can I interpret the data, put it in the spreadsheet, make it make sense and have results, I can actually display it and make it look good for whoever the audience is so that they can read it and really grasp the message that we want them to get. So you see, I would have never thought of that. Again, I told you I started out at chemistry, okay? I had a chemistry degree and I had all these different jobs that made me grow and learn different aspects. And I didn't know when I was going to use it, but all I knew was that I was learning. I was so willing to learn the information that it helped me get from, again, I was probably making maybe $10 an hour when I started that first customer service job. And now, again, I'm in the six figures. So I just want you to understand the importance of having a growth mindset, always being willing to learn, because you never know where that's going to take you and when you're going to need that information. And you're absolutely going to be so valuable to any organization you go to when you become the go-to person, when you know how to help everybody here and there, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So you are the go-to person that they come to. That really gave me some leverage when it was time to, let's say, get promotions or get more money or, you know, be where I am today. So I'm just encouraging you, if you do want to grow and succeed in life, always have that growth mindset. Always be willing to learn. Always be willing to step outside of your comfort zone, because you never know when those skills are going to help you in the future. Everything comes together. Your journey and your story is all unfolding, and you don't know how it's going to end up because you're not reading it from the outside. But just go with the flow and be willing to learn. Thank you all again for listening always on Nikki's Comfy Couch. Leave any comments. Let me know what you want to hear about. And blessings to you on your journey. See you next time. Toodles.